We're back with my Superpower Hour. For day 5 of my 5-day plan to recharge your body, what if there were a way to instantly gain the energy of someone 20 years younger? Well, there just may be. And it all comes down to a hormone that powers your growth from the moment you are born. It's called human growth hormone, HGH. And it's the potent compound produced in the pea-sized pituitary gland at the base of your brain. You need HGH to grow into adulthood, but it is also essential to keep your organs healthy, your muscles strong, and your energy up. Some doctors see it as the key to finding the fountain of youth. But ironically, as you age, your natural production of HGH actually drops. So researchers developed a synthetic version to stave off the aging process. But now, there's a new frontier, stimulating your body's production of growth hormones naturally with amino acids. A recent study showed patients given a special blend of amino acids saw their HGH levels spike more than 6 times the levels they had at the beginning of the study. According to the researchers, the result was faster metabolism and an increase in endurance. So are amino acids the secret to boost your HGH, renew your energy, and recharge your body? Carrie is here and she hopes that HGH is the key to help her get more energy. So what have you heard about HGH?
Well, I haven't heard much as far as pertaining to energy, but I have heard about it as maybe a weight loss supplement or even an injectable thing to help you gain muscle mass. And then I've also heard of it with children if they need to grow faster, quicker.
Well, it can do all those things. Okay. But the question is, how do you safely get it in your body in the right amounts? So if I can, let me show you what HGH does. It's so fundamentally important to us staying youthful and vital. Okay. And we lose so much of it as we age. Okay. So when you're young and you're producing it normally, you look inside the brain, there's this pea-sized structure at the bottom of the brain called the pituitary gland. And it secretes human growth hormone. That growth hormone goes all over the body the way it's supposed to. In fact, it goes down, for example, to the blood vessels to where you'd make fat. And it sits next to those fat cells, and guess what it does? It shrinks them down because it says, I want that energy for other things, like, for example, my muscles. It helps grow those muscles nice and lean and large if you need them to. And it changes the resilience of the skin, the bounciness of the skin. It keeps it youthful and vibrant. Now, what happens as we get older? As we age, the pituitary gland begins to shrink, and it starts making less of that growth hormone. So what happens? The fat cells, they start growing faster because the growth hormone's not there. Our muscle begins to shrivel up. We look frail. And our skin, it lacks that bounciness. It begins to get those deep crevices that we call wrinkles, right? So by the time you've hit middle age, and this is shocking, think about this. By the time you've hit middle age, you've lost 85% of your growth hormone. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, most of the growth hormone that you had when you were young that allowed you to do all those things, it's gone. And every year after that, 2% less.
So what exactly is HGH? Where does it come from? And how does it work its magic? Let's take a look. Human growth hormone is a 191 amino acid single-chain peptide hormone. It's manufactured deep within the brain, in the pituitary gland, where it's released into the bloodstream and travels throughout the body. It passes into your fat cells and can actually cause them to shrink. It enters your muscle cells, where it's said to stimulate lean muscle growth so you look more toned even if you haven't been working out. When it reaches the skin, it maintains healthy blood flow, ramps up collagen production, and strengthens the underlying substructure of the skin's critical architecture. Unfortunately, our body's natural production of HGH begins to decline in our mid-20s, and for the rest of our lives, our levels of human growth hormone just keep going down. That's why some experts believe that if it were possible to keep growth hormone at peak levels within the human body, we could seriously delay the signs of aging. The wrinkles, the achy joints, the trouble sleeping, the increased body fat, the decreased sex drive, and so on, the things we all begin to experience as we get older.
Every once in a while, don't you say to yourself, could this really be the one? You've seen them all. Tried more than you'd like to admit. But every year, You get a few more wrinkles, lose a little more muscle tone, see a little more of the damage that gravity and time can do. The wrinkles, the sagging skin, the extra body fat. But somewhere in the world, somebody's got the answer. And the secret is not a secret anymore. Human growth hormone. It's expensive, it's controversial, and it really works. From the moment we're born, our bodies start producing natural human growth hormone. Many experts believe it's the magic elixir of life that's been associated with smooth, healthier-looking skin, reduced body fat, increased muscle tone, healthy libido, increased energy levels, better sleep. Through your teens and early 20s, your body is coursing with natural HGH. But once it starts to fade, it fades fast, right when the signs of aging typically set in. Loss of energy, loss of vibrancy and skin tone, trouble sleeping, sagging muscles, graying hair. And while advances in medical science have helped assure a longer lifespan, steady loss of natural HGH means that your ability to truly enjoy your life, call it your health span, could be several years shorter. Of course, you can replace your body's natural HGH with a synthetic, and you might see the results you're after. But you can plan on paying upwards of $10,000 a year for the shots. And oh yeah, they're injections, and you'll have to be under a doctor's care. Not to mention that some experts argue against the use of synthetic injections because they fear introducing synthetic HGH into the body may upset natural HGH production. Some people think it's worth it, but now there is a better way. You see, just because your body's production of HGH dropped dramatically doesn't mean it can't produce it at more youthful levels again. You can actually stimulate your body to produce more HGH naturally if you provide it with the right nutrients in exactly the right proportions. Naturally, without expensive shots or a prescription. HGH has been touted to not only slow down the aging process, but actually turn back the signs of aging. Your chance of living to be 80, 90, 100 more than anyone in history, and living better more than anyone in history. Why not enjoy every day you live? Look your best, feel your best, be your best. Make every day you live starting today. Remember, the sooner you start, the younger you'll stay.